So now if you're going to make somebody a personal trainer, you have to kind of keep the same format for everybody.
Cookie cutter.
Been an athlete all my life, then the Marine Corps, then fitness after that. So yeah, that's what I do. And that's what I try to tell people. Fitness is not a hobby. That's your lifestyle.
So let's start off with your expertise. Talk about what's the biggest misconception people have about fitness and how do you address it with your clients?
I think, again, the whole 3 decades, first of all,
Yeah.
I feel extremely old.
But you look good.
I'm trying. I believe me. It's work. It's work. I have to put in a lot of work. Let's establish that right off the top. It doesn't just happen. There's a lot of work.
No, it doesn't. No, I agree.
A lot of work. But being that I've been doing this for as long as I have, it's allowed me to develop my philosophy on how fitness is and how health is, because I've been doing it for as long as I have. When I see younger trainers coming into the business, their stuff is very formulated because the business became that. When I first became a personal trainer, there were no certifications. It was none of that. It was just, you happen to be a person in the gym who had a little bit more knowledge. Your body type showed that you put in the work, so you must know something. And then that's why you were able to train others. Starting out that way, really for me, I was laying the foundations of what I do right from the start. Not that I knew what I was doing necessarily, but I just always established that there was a certain way that you can dispense the knowledge of fitness to people so that they get it and that they understand it and that they can get the most out of it. It's just based upon how I hooked up with initial people in the gym and people who were bodybuilders and people who had status in bodybuilders. You immediately went to them for fitness advice and what exercise should I do and how should I eat. Now you're getting a bunch of different things from different people because what works for one doesn't always work for the other. So if you're able to, you get a lot of different things, then you start to pick and choose what works. You're like, well, yeah, that worked for me. Well, that didn't. Now I can dispense it to people, but I have to, I always give the caveat as yo, KayCee, you know how I do.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's going to work for you, but here's some foundational things for you to do. And then now you got to see what works for you. And I think that's what allowed me to develop my personal training style. People who come into the business now are all doing formulated things because now it's a business to make people personal trainers. So now if you're going to make somebody a personal trainer, you have to kind of keep the same format for everybody.
Cookie cutter.
Exactly. So now all trainers are kind of similar and they're dispensing the same information. Because I've been in it long enough, I deviate from that. And that's what makes me different when it comes to dispensing knowledge when it comes to fitness. Does that make sense?
It does.
I took the long route there, but
we took the scenic route, but I get what you're saying. And on top of that, how do you stay motivated? Because you get, then all of a sudden there becomes burnout. Now, I'm giving you the question, but then I'm going to answer this part of what I know. One of the things that was able to negate that was when you would do extra things like the mud runs that we would do. Granted, it's still physical fitness, it's still exercise, but now you're putting a game with it. I know we would train, still doing the same thing we do, but then we would train with an end in sight. So we would do the mud runs.
Exactly.
After a while, it breaks up the monotony.
Those are things that I came to on my own as far as how do I keep this fresh for people? It can get mundane. It can get stale. It can get to the point where you're like, even though you're making progress slows after a while.
Correct.
You're not going to see drastic changes like you will see initially. But so how do I keep people still being in it and they don't lose that drive? And like you said, that's when I came up with doing the mud runs and stuff like that. But that burnout is a part of.
I sense a question. Yes.
Is this the person that had you in Army fatigues?
Yes, that was us.
This is the one that had you in the Army fatigues doing the mud run.
We were in it. That was the group. When we were waiting as the countdown started to happen, I realized as I'm sitting at this crowd of people, which I don't like crowds.
I know you don't like crowds. Yeah.
I was like, wow, this is going to go bad really quickly.
Why would you think that?
Well, first of all, we're in the crowd.
Yes.
And everybody's like, yeah. And then
I was getting them hype, man. I was getting them hype.
Yeah. And so you're doing the countdown. Yes. And once we got the 5, I'm like, oh shit, this is going to suck. Because the first thing we had to do, we had to run uphill.
Yes.
Oh,
yes. That's right out of the gate. Yeah, right out of the gate. Yeah.
Again, stampeding up a hill. I'm running fast.
Wow.
People behind me are running faster.
But it's very hard to stampede going uphill.
You
I
weren't
could
in
feel
my
more
world.
the
Not in my
stampeding
You
world
going
when I was young.
downhill,
downhill.
right?
No, they were going to run over me. I was not running fast enough.
Kim, as I did in the beginning, I said that no one will be behind me.
Right.
So I'm the last person. None of y'all will
Yeah,
be behind me.
I
So
know, but I'm
I
just
had your back.
I know, but that was the very first. That's like somebody saying, "Oh, giving birth is gonna feel like this until that first fucking pain hits." It's like, come on.
Yeah.
It
I was not going to let you fail, and I was
No,
not
and
going
you
to let
did not.
anybody run
And
over
see,
you. Right,
but
right.
again, what we practiced
Mhm.
leading up to that, and then the day of the actual event, now we're running uphill. Now we're running in a pool of water. Again, I'm in the fatigues, and everything is just getting heavier and heavier.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Were you guys the only ones in army
I-
fatigues?
Yes, we were.
That's right. Yes, we were the only ones. So they knew who was there. We were representing who we were. People knew we were serious. Were people not giving us our respect though?
Oh, yeah, they did. They did.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
What's
So
another one
my military background, I wasn't doing it any other way.
Wait, you have a military background too? I missed that.
Yes, United States Marine Corps, my dear. Yes.
Thank you for your service.
thank you, sir.
No worries. Yeah, appreciate it. So yeah, I wasn't going out there in that type of atmosphere because that's a military atmosphere. Whether people want to, that's where that comes from.
Right.
That style of thing they were doing is military.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that boot
right.
camp.
So I wasn't going out there not representing who I am.
Got you.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
So now I understand where that body and that your physical fitness comes from. Got it.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes. Been an athlete all my life, then the Marine Corps, and then fitness after that. So yeah, it's what I do. And that's what I try to tell people. Fitness is not a hobby. It's not a hobby. It has to be a lifestyle. It has to be what you do. Like you go to work, you go to school, you do those things. Fitness has to be approached the same way. So
I agree.
It's a lifestyle.
I
It's a
agree.
lifestyle.
Right.
And I hear the accent. New York.
Oh,
You are from New York.
Oh,
I'm in the building.
let me tell you about
Come on
Mr.
now.
in New York. It's so funny. And yeah, I'm gonna bust you out a little bit on this one, coach, respectively.
Oh, really?
No.
Thanks for the warning. Thanks for the heads up. Appreciate it.
No, my sister-in-law is
Yes.
also a native New Yorker from Brooklyn.
Mhm.
And so when she would come to visit me
Mhm.
and I bring her to T studio,
That's right.
all of a sudden that accent got
Got-
harder and harder. I was like, wow, really? Really?
Okay. All right. First of all, California people, we don't have an accent. It's not an
Oh,
accent.
yes, you do.
It's not an accent. It's just the way we speak.
I know. Out here, we drink water.
Water.
Yeah, because that's what it is. Okay, because that's what it is.
You guys have a distinctive on the East Coast, distinctive
Oh my God,
linguistic.
yeah. Yes. Well, back when we had
I don't know what you're talking about. But okay, whatever. All right, if you say so. I don't know what you're talking
Oh
about.
man, back when I would get a voicemail from my sister-in-law, she would go, "Hi, how are you? Guess who this is?
Let me see.
My
Yes.
friends from Southern Cal? I think not. Yeah.
Does not feel like a Southern Cal accent. Yeah.
No. But
But
again, we got all
it's
these
just the
people
way
that
we
have
talk.
migrated to California.
Yeah,
What brought
okay.
you to Cali?
Work. Work. Clearly, that's all that would have brought me to California was work. I was the fitness manager for Crunch Fitness when they opened up their first club in San Francisco in California. So I was the
Wow.
fitness manager for the grand opening and subsequent time that they were here. I was that in New York. So when they were opening up the California club, I asked to come out. I was like, man, it'd be a nice change. I was getting ready to get married to my wife, Cecily, who
Yes.
and so we both actually came out. She headed up the Group X department. She's a Group X instructor and a yoga instructor, and I headed up the fitness department. And that's what. Now it wasn't supposed to be a permanent thing. I was only supposed to be out here for like 6 months to a year just to get the club running.
Get the
and
club-
get the
Oh wow, I
Right.
didn't know that. I
Yeah.
didn't know.
yeah, to get the systems running and doing all that.
Okay.
And then I was supposed to jet back. And
And you decided to
unfortunately,
stay.
well, fortunately, it depends on how you look at it. I wound up staying.
It worked out for us. You got to meet me and know me.
Yeah, that's
Right.
yes, that's
See?
a good point.
And I met you once at your gym. What was it? Progressive Fitness.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been a journey. California is what it is. New York is always going to be home, man. That's
Oh, I know that for sure.
yeah, that's for real. That's forever right there. It's the greatest city in the world, bro. What are you gonna do?
Hmm.
The West Coast is the best coast now.
Okay, relax.
Okay,
Go
so
on.
on the flip side, since we've already talked about the most rewarding and doing all this stuff, okay, what
Yes.
has been the most challenging?
About California or about fitness?
I'm going to start with fitness first, and then California. I want to hear what's challenging because
Okay, as in general, or again, are we specializing it to California?
Is there a difference?
Yes, almost definitely.
Okay,
Oh.
well, let's talk about it.
yeah, what's the difference?
Let's
yeah.
talk about it.
Now, you might find this a little coming from me, but there's much more of an emphasis on fitness in California than it is in New York.
No.
Really,
Right.
really,
Yeah.
really, really.
Right.
Was that necessary?
It was
Was that
necessary
necessary?
because again, what do people think about when they hear the word California? Whether forget
Weather,
what's going on, yeah,
weather.
forget
Yeah,
about what's going on in the
yeah.
climate now, but when you
They,
hear, they think Hollywood,
Mm,
beautiful people, everybody
hmm
works out, everybody's eating avocado sandwiches, and
right,
they're running to work.
right,
Okay,
Yep.
right.
that's what people think.
Exactly, exactly, exactly.
Avocado toast is the bomb. So
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Nothing's gonna beat a New York bagel for me. Okay, avocado
respect.
toast. I get what it is. Okay,
I
it's
got to
okay.
give Nathan's his props. I
Yeah.
always go to
Yeah.
Nathan's when I am in New York.
Yes, you are truly not from New York since you like Nathan's. Okay, good.
Ooh,
That's how we know you're not from New York.
what?
Okay.
That's where the tourists go.
Oh, that's a tourist thing. Yeah, we don't.
Well, I go and I love it. So
Yeah,
you know what?
yeah,
I'm
we
gonna
don't.
give
That's
you.
okay.
Okay. Well, what's the bagel spot for New York?
Essa Bagels on the corner of 21st Street and First Avenue. That is the spot. Essa Bagel. Got every
Okay.
bagel that you could think of. So yeah, that is the bagel spot. See, that's the thing about New Yorkers in general. Depending on where you live in New York, where your neighborhood is, where you frequent,
hmm
you're gonna think your bagel spot is the ultimate bagel spot.
Right, makes
But
sense.
but what ultimately it is that New York as a whole is the bagel capital. So
Right.
you're not really gonna get a bad bagel. A bad bagel doesn't stay in business. You know what I mean? So if you're doing the bagels right, you're in business. But I know personally for me, Essa Bagel was the place because it was in my neighborhood. But it is relatively well known throughout New York City.
So based on the
In New
5
York,
boroughs.
yes. The
Okay.
Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, and of course, money making Manhattan, which is where I'm from.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now,
That
what's
is
the
what's
difference? Despite
uh
we love to work out in Cali,
huh.
what's the,
Uh-huh.
what is the East?
The East Coast, we're big on fitness, but it's very seasonal. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Winter months, everybody's about fitness because they
Mm,
know once it gets hot, around April, May, we start getting that warm weather in New York, less clothes, people see what you look like. So when you unveil, you got to be right. So it's then like in the summer, everybody's vacationing, going places, doing things. They're not really up in the gym, except for your diehards. Mostly the gym is very quiet in the summer. So
huh.
like when I was a trainer in New York, that's when the trainers we would go on vacation because we wouldn't worry about missing
Really?
clients because all our clients were away anyway. So we used to
Oh,
all the trainers we get together and we pick a place to go and we all go to vacation together. Yeah.
Okay. So
So that's the difference. Fitness
is
is a little
that
bit more year round in California. New York, it's very seasonal.
so and that's still today.
And that's just
Speaking of, okay,
well because the weather's the same. You know what I mean? This is winter
true.
months.
Right, right.
It's cold in New York right now. But see, it's not bitingly cold here. It's not hot, but it's not still rocking a t-shirt. So it's obviously not that.
so is that where they get that phrase that when summer bodies are made in the winter?
Oh,
With
absolutely. It's not so much a New York thing, but it's really that's how your philosophy should be. The
okay.
winter months you put it in because you're ready for summer. Now you're not trying to get ready for summer in the summer. That just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? So you put your time in from you really want to start like September so that you're ready for summer of that following year. But it really should start for you like September. Boom. And that's how it is in New York. Everybody comes back from vacations and all that by Labor Day. So then by the second week in September, the gyms are packed again. And that's when business is
Oh
booming.
wow, wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
See,
So,
okay.
learn something new every day.
I,
Wait,
I had no idea that was a thing.
Oh yeah,
right.
man.
I was
I'm
gonna,
gonna tell
if I
you, I'm
even,
ass
if I would have
backwards.
moved it in New York, I would have taken my California ways
Mentality, sure.
Right.
and gone just right there.
Oh yeah, yeah. But
Yeah, I'm
New York,
ass backwards because I need heat. I need some type of warm.
this is what I'm saying. It takes a special breed to live in New York
Man.
City, man. We got a different skin. We got a different
And
thing.
I cry over California weather.
Yes,
Okay.
believe me, you're not the only one. I
I
hear
got a
it
girl.
all
I
the
got
time.
right. I got a girlfriend from Philly, and she laughs at me. She's what is it? 50? That's t-shirt and short weather for us out here. I'm like, I'm freezing.
My early morning clients, when it's supposed winter out here, will come in and, oh my God, it's so cold. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? People in New York would die for this weather at this time of year. Are you kidding me? Come on.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's not cold.
Uh-uh.
It
I
never
raised
gets
my hand
cold.
to me.
I know.
No,
It never gets
now,
cold out here. So,
now one
but
of the
that's
other
cool.
things I like, I'm having flashbacks
Come on.
from hanging with you.
Come on.
Another thing that the coach would do, which was off the charts, how I even met him, was his spin classes. Now, before you started your own stuff, I would
Mhm.
go to the gym and we would have to put our stuff out front of the door
Mm.
45 minutes to an hour before
Mhm.
class started.
Yes.
You'd walk over there and you'd have all these bottles, towels, seat cushions, everything to show your spot in the line.
That's
Man,
That's right.
And then
I take pride in that because
and
I loved teaching spin. Loved it.
oh man.
It was great. It was performance for me. I loved it.
Oh God. And before we even knew him, he walked in there like he was this friggin' movie star because he wouldn't smile. He had those weird shoes, them little duck-looking shoes on. What are those?
They're toe shoes, so they fit your feet and your toes.
Oh, okay. So are
Yeah.
they specifically for those?
Me? No, that's
Just
me.
for you.
That's my
Okay.
style. That's
That was
me.
his style. Yeah. So he didn't have no personality with it. I was like, shit.
I'm sorry.
No,
What?
I
You
live
had-
breed personality. What?
no. When you would walk through those doors, you had a mission in mind.
Yes, it's business.
Yes. So it wasn't, hey, how you doing? None of that.
No.
See?
You're like, let's get to work.
Which is my catchphrase. Is yo, let's go to work. We here
Yeah.
to go to
Oh,
work,
yeah.
man.
Oh yeah.
You're not here for
I mean,
playing.
but it was just like the initial meeting of this person. I was like,
I can
God
see that.
damn.
I can see that.
And then as time went on, as soon as that class was over, you had a line of other people waiting to get in.
Yeah, I had to do
And-
2 classes because of that. Yeah, I wasn't thrilled about that, but yeah. Because I like to give it all in each performance. You know what I mean? And back-to-back performances is very taxing. Very.
Well,
Wow.
yeah, and because you being a DJ, a lot of that music you did yourself.
Oh yeah, I
So
made
you
all
did
my
your-
own.
You
Yeah.
did your own music.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
And
Yeah.
what was also interesting, he hardly got on the damn bike.
That's right. That's right.
So that's
Not
that
for me.
military style.
Hey, hold up. The class wasn't for me.
Right. No, I know.
like-
But I'm just saying these were things that
This
were
is for you.
different.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Me
Exactly.
sweat. That's
Yeah.
for you.
Oh, he
Oh.
wouldn't even let you turn on the fans.
Oh, that's right. We sweating. We are going to sweat. That was the
Ooh.
key. And plus, hey, let's make sure we describe things correctly.
I
Granted,
know.
I wasn't on the bike a lot, but it wasn't like I was just standing still watching.
No, you were dancing.
Okay.
You were doing all kinds
What?
of stuff.
Oh, so it was performative.
It was a
Yes, yes.
Yes, I approached each class as a performance.
Oh,
I
yeah.
did. Yeah.
Yes.
I took pride in that. I took pride because nobody was teaching the way I was teaching.
No,
I was one of a kind.
And then
Until Soul Cycle got a hold of
I was
it.
gonna say, are you
Well-
familiar with Soul Cycle?
Yeah,
Okay,
they
so
stole
kinda
my
like-
whole. They stole my whole stick. Yeah, of course I'm familiar.
but
stole
the
my whole
difference
thing.
though, but here's the thing. You still took it up a notch because with your spin class, it was no longer spin, it was ride because these
Yes.
bikes would move from
Yes.
side to side.
Yes, because when I got my own thing going on, I wanted to make sure I was still different. Also, because I was going to be charging people to now do spin with me in my location, I felt like I had to give them something extra. So that's why I went to the bikes that actually move because you weren't going to get that at the other spot.
No.
So if I'm
no.
asking you to make that transition over to me, I wanted to give you something that you're like, oh, that's true. I can't get this over there.
Oh.
Hey, let me go over there. So that's how that came to be. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Just stand out.
oh yeah,
right.
yeah. It was
Getting the performance and you were getting a unique bike experience.
Okay. You had an all around
Oh, man.
experience over
A
there.
I had,
Renaissance man.
I had it on lockdown. Had it on lockdown.
All I know when they would come to hike, it was you, Kim, Terry, Angel. They would talk about you, your spin classes.
They were the angels.
They would talk about
Yes, they were definitely supporters and fans, and then became friends. And I am very grateful for that whole experience with you guys. I don't know if I've ever told you that
No, you didn't.
because I really don't want your head to.
Trust me, it didn't. It never did.
Yeah,
Because
but
as soon as we got down a routine, then you would either turn it up.
I flipped the script.
Yeah,
Exactly. Because that's what was going to keep your body reacting. Because as soon as you got used to something, your body goes, "Oh, okay, I know this. Why do I have to
Right.
give any extra
Yeah.
effort?" So as soon as I
Exactly.
felt like that was happening for you guys, I had to flip the script.
Yeah. But no, I really enjoyed that.
I had to do my
Really
Kramer from Seinfeld.
did. So what if you had to do your ultimate playlist?
Ooh, that's hard. See,
I
First of
got
all,
3. I got well,
I was gonna say, I'm sure you have some favorites that you would want to be on that playlist. But again, because I did my own music and my style was different, a lot of the stuff that I think that I want to play on my list, you have never even heard of.
true.
So yeah, so that's why it would be hard for me to run it down for you. If I was doing pop songs, yeah, that'd be easy. I wasn't doing that. I don't like pop. I don't
You
like
do
what I-
house, right?
I do house.
Yep, house music.
Straight
Kim, was it a thing because
hardcore.
what's his name? When I watch his videos,
Yeah.
that's house music too. What's
Yeah.
his name? I can't remember his name.
Well, because house, if you're a true aficionado of house, there are a lot of different layers to house. There's deep house, there's soulful house, there's vocal house. There's different forms of house. So it allows you to really hit a lot of different tracks. Whereas pop music, you only playing what's popular. So you're locked in. And that's when people would go, oh, damn, she plays that all the time, or he plays that all the time because they're only playing pop. You come to my class, I'm rocking house joints from the 80s and the 70s that you not even heard of. That's the great thing about house. That's why I love it.
One of my favorite of all time, Sylvester. I love that one. That was like 9-minute long song.
Easily, yes, easily 9 minutes.
9 minutes,
man.
Yes.
I could be tired, ready to go home. He'll put that on, and it just does
Takes
something.
you to the next level. Yeah, exactly. Yes.
So which shows that boosting your workouts, that music has a lot to do with it, which is really
music is key, man.
Your philosophy with movement, the connection,
I
all
cannot
of that.
stress that enough. Yeah, music is key. Love it, love it, love it for teaching spin. Love it for just playing it while I'm training clients. Yeah, music is, and the right music. Key.
Yeah, well, that other one I like too was the Missy Elliott one, and I was telling Erica.
Yeah, let's keep that
get your freak on.
Yes, but there's a lot. There's a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe it's that house part that he put in there. I don't know.
That's how it is. I'm telling you, baby. That's the great thing about house. That's why I DJ it, because I've been playing house since I was 16 years old.
Really?
Yeah, man. I go way back.
Okay, I would not see that about you. I would have thought you were more a hip hop head.
Nope. Here's when all my friends were doing, and when all my cats that were my age were doing that, I was going to the clubs, to the underground clubs, and listening to house music and being in that community at 16. You know what I mean? So
and what was that famous club you were going in at 16?
The Paradise Garage, baby. And what? I'm sorry.
Did you say
Studio 54? Are you in trouble? Let's go away. This is Ann. I told you the name. There's no Ann.
No, I just remember the story you were talking about, Studio 54.
Oh, yeah, I got to go to 54. But see, the thing about 54, that was considered popular. Even though they were playing club tunes and stuff like that, 54 was a place to be seen. You know, if you're talking about just going for the music and the culture and the community of it, Paradise Garage was the place to be, because that was a membership only club. You could only get in if you had a membership. Studio 54 was the bouncers picked you. All right, you can come in. No, not you.
Okay.
Get off the line. You know, it was that kind of shit.
Studio 54 is more the who's who, but Paradise was like underground.
Yes. And that was more family. It was because you saw the same cats, the same girls every week. Because again, it was a membership club. So you saw the same people. You developed a relationship just based on the music. That to me, that was so influential to me as I was coming up, to be in that atmosphere. I can really see whereas if I really went hardcore hip hop when it was happening, I'd be a different person. House and that atmosphere really molded me as a person, because again, I got into it very young. So it really influenced me on how I became an adult and how I did things.
So question again.
Yes.
It is I.
Yes. So question from the lady in the back. Yes.
There you go. Right there.
As far as the people that you train, talking New York now, celebrities, because there's theater and then there's also movies, all that. But I would think that the theater scene would have been maybe more that you dealt with, because there are so many shows on and off Broadway.
Yeah. See, the thing about theater people, once they're in productions, they're not doing too much outside stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because the work is grueling enough. So when they do have downtime, they're not trying to be up in the gym and all that. What you would get are people who are preparing for roles or preparing to be in something. Those people will come to you, put in the work so they can go and do their projects. So we would see more of that kind of crowd. And also it really depended on what facility you worked in. If you worked in what was considered the hot gym, then that's where all those people would be. If you were working in kind of the side clubs, I was fortunate enough to do both. I worked in what was considered the hot club, which was Equinox at the time. So got exposed to a lot of that. And that kind of helped me with my TV little gigs that I used to get for fitness and stuff like that, because I was working at a club that was hot for that. But then I worked in like the Y. I worked in underground clubs. See, now the thing too about underground clubs, celebrities rather go there because now they're not being seen and not being recognized, right? And it's a little bit more of a private situation. So I've worked in that kind of atmosphere as a trainer. So I was fortunate enough to have a little bit of taste of all of that stuff.
You don't want to name drop somebody? Just for the D&D folks.
Okay, the
three of us. How about that?
Here's what I will say. The celebrities that I did come in contact with were more the low-key celebrities that I used to deal with.
Non-mainstream?
Mainstream, but they were doing projects and being in shows that probably just a certain sector of people were watching. Those were my favorite clients because they were a little bit more down to earth.
Right.
When you started dealing with the big name clients, they tried to keep that persona even when they were in the gym.
Too
So I'm like,
diva-esque.
I'm not impressed.
I'm not going to kiss your ass to do 3 burpees. Get out of here.
Right. So, but I will say this: one of my favorite clients of all time that I trained was my girl from the TV show Alice.
Oh,
Linda Lavin.
Sweet, real, down-to-earth lady. Love training her. You would not know she was a celebrity by how she carried herself. She was just down-to-earth. And I was fortunate enough to train her. She was doing a cabaret type show at the Rainbow Room in New York City, which is on top of 30 Rockefeller Center. She was doing like a little one-woman cabaret thing, and she wanted to get some training so she have a stamina, because she wasn't a young woman at that point. So she wanted to like keep her stamina up and look decent. And so I was fortunate enough to train her. And when she opened up her first show opening night, she invited me to come, and she said, "You got to be there. I got to have you there." I was like, "Oh my God. All right, I'll come. I get my little nice clothes on," because she ain't never seen me like that. She always sees me in the gym doing gym stuff. So I was like, get my little clothes on, had my little date. I said, "Hey, come on, I'm going to do a little something. Come with me so I'm not sitting up there by myself. It looks weird." I go, and she blows the roof off the place. She's doing all these like old cabaret songs, and she blows the roof off. So she finishes her set and she does a little talking to the audience. And she's like, "Oh, I would not be here tonight if it wasn't for this guy." And I'm like, "Oh shit, is she getting ready?" And sure enough, she's like, "Hey, to my trainer, please stand up." Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, "Oh wow. No, right. Yeah, blew me away. Totally." But that's what I mean about her. She was just a real individual. From the few celebrities that I trained, she kind of was the best for me. You know what I mean? But if you want me to name drop, I trained Madonna for a minute. All right, happy I dropped the name for a minute.
Not the Virgin.
And it was before she was Madonna. Okay. She was Madonna, but she was Madonna in the club scene. See, people forget she was in the club scene, in the club tunes before she went pop and mainstream. So I knew her from that. So I trained her for a minute. So if since you wanted me to drop a name, there you go.
You're on mute, Kim.
Oh, sorry about that. I got beside myself. But when she first was coming out, and her song, I think it was Shooting Star, Lucky Star, was popular. I remember we went to Leopold's.
Oh, okay.
In Berkeley. They would not show her face. It just said Lucky Star on the album
because she had so much soul.
They didn't want people to know at the time that it was a white girl.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I mean. She was known in the clubs. For us people who ran in the clubs, we knew her tunes and we knew who she was. But yeah, it was a minute. Then she went mainstream. And that's when I really didn't have any use for her at that point. I was like, you was all about us. We feel like you were making tunes that we would like rocking to. And then when she started going pop, I was like, whatever, Madonna, whatever.
Yeah.
She did have a soulful voice though. And I also like Cyndi Lauper. And I'm exposing my MTV days. I
used to train one of her producers. So I got to meet her that way because I was training her producer. And yeah, she's cool too. She was cool. She didn't weird me out or nothing. She was
right. It was funny. My friend Julio, who you met when he was out here from New York. One of the places he used to live was the same one that Cyndi Lauper lived, because you had that man or that person at the booth.
Yes.
Then you had to go through there. Well, he was living. His parents lived there at the time.
Okay.
And so he was taking me around the neighborhood to just show me, oh, this is where so and so live.
Yeah.
I didn't see that person at all, but again, it just showed me the area.
Wait a minute. So he lived in an apartment building, and he had a doorman. Is that?
It's like here we call it a development in New York.
We call that the projects. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't think he lived in the projects.
It was you couldn't just
we call that the projects.
Yeah,
it was so many years ago.
Yeah, well, we don't call it that, but yes.
It wasn't. Well,
it's from the projects.
It didn't look like it to me. I don't know. Maybe that's where she lived after she made a couple of songs. I don't know.
Yeah, because I lived in the projects, man. I know how that is. But I lived in what was considered a little bit more of an upscale project, but it was still the project.
There's an upscale project?
I can't tell. When I go back, I can't tell the difference.
There's levels of hoods.
Yes. Oh, yes. In New York? Oh, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's not all one level of hood. No, there's levels to it.
Like, what level you live in? I don't get down.
I lived in a slightly upscale level of it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it was a little bit more.
New York just calls everything different. Don't you call we would call a single family home, but you guys call it a flat or something?
No. That's what they call it in England.
What do they call it in New York?
A studio apartment.
Okay. What about where Cosby lived? On the Cosby Show.
Oh, that's a brownstone.
That's a
brownstone.
Thank
you. There we go.
That's you got money. If you live in a brownstone, you got money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
brownstones,
you got money.
They are nice. We know a couple of people that live in the brownstones out there.
Yeah.
And you walk through the front door, then you go downstairs into
the kitchen. Yeah, kitchen's downstairs normally. Yeah. I lived in a brownstone. It wasn't my brownstone. I had an apartment in a brownstone. And my apartment was the ground floor apartment. So it was cool because then I also had the garden in the backyard. So
Yeah,
that
it
was cool
was
for
really,
me.
you have like a receiving area upstairs.
Yes.
I guess that's the parlor.
Yeah, we called it just a living room.
Yeah, but then there's like
y'all different.
it
Y'all
was just-
different.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
We just call that the living room.
Yeah, it's a living room, man.
The entryway.
Yeah, living room. Living room and the hallway. Like, we call that the hall. We didn't even call it the entryway. It's the hallway.
I got a little bougie out of mood.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to insult you.
Yeah, you ain't insulting me. I got a little bougie.
I didn't want to seem too forward there.
We all good. We family over here.
Yeah.
I'm a little bougie.
Because when you said a flat, I was like, oh, excuse me. You should have said that with your pinky out. I live in the flats.
Then there are those apartments that don't have elevators, right?
Walk-ups. We call those walk-ups.
Those are
Walk-up.
okay.
Those are called walk-ups.
It's like a whole nother
It's a
language.
It's a language, everything.
Yes, New York is deep. It's deep.
I might have to engross myself in New York culture. We was talking about where I'm gonna go to New York and stay at 3 months.
Yeah,
engross myself in the culture.
You got to really soak it in. You got to do 6. You got to really do
6 months.
You got to do 6 because you have to be there through a season. You got to do winter, spring, summer, or you can do summer, winter, fall. You see what I'm saying?
Just do it without winter,
right?
You have to experience that.
No, I ain't driving in the snow. I'm not.
See, that's what I mean. See, this is why I say you people are soft. Now you understand why I say it.
Look,
I'm a little Charmin. I'm a little Charmin.
I'm
a little Charmin.
I see, you're soft. See, you got to do a winter because that's a whole experience when it comes to New York. You got to be there for the Thanksgiving and Christmas season and New Year's. New York, you got to be there for those 3 things, and that's winter. Yeah, if you really want to know what New York is about, you got to do those 3 things in New York, and that's the winter.
My daughter went for New Year's 2 years ago. She said that cold hit different.
Yes, just so you know, if you live in New York, you don't do Times Square.
Just like if you live in Vegas, you don't go on the strip.
Yeah, that's how you know people ain't from here.
Louisiana, they don't really do Mardi Gras.
Bourbon Street.
They don't do Bourbon Street.
Yeah, Bourbon Street. Right.
Yep.
So
and I try not to go to San Francisco when family come. Like, don't you want to go to San Jose?
I want to go to Alcatraz. I want to see a jail. What? Man,
I want to go to Pier 39.
Fuck out of here. They're going to go see some jail. Are you kidding me? Get out of here, man. That's crazy.
An abandoned jail at that I got to pay for.
Now, my brother, rest his soul, when he came to visit me, it was so cool because he said, yo, dude, the one place I want to go. I was like, oh, God, he's going to say Alcatraz. And he was like, yo, I want to go on that street that curves around. I was like, now that I can get behind that because we don't have to get out of the car. We just drive. Look, man, you on that street.
Don't get out the car, actually.
Let's do that. I took him right over there. We drove over there. I was like, oh, this is cool, right? Yeah. I was on my way. Now, I don't get into none of what happens out here in the Bay Area, but I heard through the grapevine that they actually charge you now to go on Lombard Street.
I heard they were going to start doing that. I didn't know when they actually started because people that live on that street they can never get out of their house.
I know. They're like, I can't even imagine that. I'll be like, yo, man, y'all got to shut this down. If I'm gonna live here, y'all got to shut this bullshit down, bro. Really,
people were having a hard time getting out of the house.
I agree.
On weekends, oh my God, it's a long line.
No, so I'm like, no thanks.
It's like I just need to go to the grocery store. Get the fuck out the way.
Yeah, I bet you not there's as many people on that motherfucker. I bet you.
Right.
We're gonna be at the bottom of the hill, pointing up. That's what we're gonna
there it is.
Exactly. My brother came out here just in time because they'd be like, nope.
But if you ever have to do, that's a perfect thing to do.
Yeah.
Somebody does all the talking because I don't know everything.
That makes total sense, bro.
Yeah. Work smart, not hard, man.
True.
Especially doing that. I ain't trying to. Come on. How you doing?
I mean, we over it, so it's like
okay,
whatever.
Exactly.
You want some seafood? Okay. Yeah.
Seafood? Of course you do.
Yeah.
It has to be over in the city, of course. Like
you want a burrito from the Mission? Of course you do. Of course you do.
Avocado toast?
Of course you do.
And people want to, I'll be like, they want to ride the BART. I'm like, oh, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. I'm like, no, you don't. You
man,
trust me.
I rode that thing for like over 10 years commuting into work. Oh, God.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
I can imagine. I haven't been on it in so many years now, but just the tetanus alone, that would be.
The tetanus alone is,
They tried to clean it up, but it's still the same.
Now, I tell people you do have to ride the subway, though, when you go to New York.
I did ride the subway.
See, and I'm not saying it's like so great. It's just a New York, a culture experience.
I really enjoy having being able to go anywhere. When the subway is every single friggin' place, and coming back home and getting on BART, it pisses you the fuck off.
24 hours a day. The train.
24 hours nonstop.
Trains are running.
And I think it was like what $5 At that time, you had a card.
Round trip.
Card,
$250, yeah, $250 each way, round trip.
Whereas I have a friend that pays dang near $20 a day to go
That's
from
what
where we live out to the city.
How much does it cost to go to here? You pay your $250, get on the train.
Wherever you want to go?
Yeah.
Wherever you want to go.
I think of that as just part of the experience.
Yeah, it's definitely part of the experience. Definitely. You kidding me? You gotta ride the train. You gotta ride the train.
Wherever you go, you got to just use common sense. So you
Of
know,
course.
we didn't have a problem when we rode the train. Actually,
Of course you don't. No. As long as you don't look like you should be on the train, you'll be fine.
I'm statuesque. I think I'll be fine.
Don't be walking on with your New York baseball cap and your New York sweatshirt and your New York backpack. And be like, get her
that's
now.
Liberty lighter, and you're just like, I'm ready. Yeah, no, we didn't look anything like that when we were.
Good. Real one.
And we go.